Ria reads a book with her friends every day. Ria reads a book with her friends every day. If you like, you join and we'll have fun together. If you like, you join and we'll have fun together. Ria's Reading Room!
Hi friends, welcome to Ria's Reading Room. Today we are going to read Pete the Cat, A Pet for Pete. This book was written by James Dean and is a book about Pete who buys a pet, and then what pet he buys is a goldfish. He feeds his little pet and names her Goldie, and then he doesn't know what to do. Then he gets an idea that he can paint a picture of Goldie. And then he shows it to his best friend, and all the people of town want a picture of Goldie. Let's see what Pete does.
Ria, I think Pete is a good artist, isn't he?
He is a pretty good artist, Puppy. It sounds like that. Now let's read the book and find out what Pete is up to. Pete the Cat, A Pet for Pete by James Dean. Pete is going to the pet store. He is going to get a pet. Pete wants a bird, a hamster, or a lizard. But then Pete sees a goldfish. That's what I want, Pete tells his mom. Looks like this is Pete. And this is his mom. They're going on the car to the pet store. I never seen a blue road and an orange sun. That's the only doubts for me. And it looks like this is a bird, a hamster, and a lizard. These three are the things that Pete wanted, but then he wants the goldfish. Pete's mom gets fish food. I'm going to call you Goldie, Pete says to his new pet. You are my first pet, Pete tells Goldie on the way home. Looks like his mom is taking some fish food. There's 2 packs, and she's taking this one for Goldie. And this is Pete holding Goldie right in his hand. He has to be careful. That's glass. If he just drops it down, it'll just break and put Goldie out. And the same to this thing too. He's on his seat, and this is his mom driving in the car. Pete takes Goldie to his room. He feeds her fish food. Now what? Asks Pete. He can't play with Goldie. He can't swim with her. Pete knows what he can do. So this is Pete taking her to his room. He's putting her on his cabinet, like it's like a dresser or something. And he's feeding fish food. And this is Pete thinking of an idea what to do with Goldie. Pete paints a picture of Goldie. He paints 4 fins and an orange tail. What a pretty painting, says Pete's mom. You can keep it, says Pete. This is Pete. He is painting a picture of Goldie, and this is all the colors he's using. Painting holder. I don't know what that's called. And this is the real Goldie on top of his dresser. This is his mom loving this painting, and I also love it. And Pete is saying, you can have it. Cool painting, says Bob. Can you make one for me? Sure, says Pete. Pete paints a picture for Bob. Wow, says Bob. It looks just like Goldie. This is Bob. He says, I also like it. And then he's asking for a painting of Goldie. So he's gonna paint a picture for Bob and then see what happens. Bob shows Pete's painting to his friend Tom. Now Tom wants a painting too. Pete paints another picture of Goldie to take to school for show and tell. This is Tom also asking for a picture of Goldie, and Pete's painting two pictures, one for school to take to show and tell, and another is for Tom. This is Goldie, my pet fish, Pete tells his class. Cute fish, cool colors, nice work. So looks like this is Pete showing his real Goldie and then the show and tell Goldie that he just drew. Looks like this is Callie. We saw her in that treehouse story with Pete. And this is two other guys saying cute fish and nice work. I wish I had a picture of Goldie, says Benny. I'll make you one, says Pete. Everyone in Pete's class wants a painting of Goldie. So this is Pete. Just holding the two things he had made he has took for show and tell. And this is everyone in Pete's class asking for a painting of Goldie. 4 people. I see 4 people. Pete's grandma wants a painting too. Pete has a lot to do. He has to feed Goldie. He has to do homework. So this is Pete's grandma. She's also asking for a painting, and he has to feed fish food to Goldie and also do math homework. So Pete paints and paints. He makes paintings for everyone on his list. At last, Pete is done. He worked hard. There is no paint left. So this is Pete. He has painted a bunch of pictures. Looks like he has painted a bunch of pictures. Looks like this is a bunch of papers behind. And whoa, look, all his paints are almost done. And now this is Pete's paints all done. Pete's paintings are big hits. Pete is happy to be done. But Pete is not done. Now everyone in town wants a painting of Goldie. So this is Pete giving all his painting that he had made of Goldie to his classmates. And they're feeling proud. And then Pete is happy that he's done. But look, the coach and the bus driver want a painting of Goldie. What will Pete do? Pete gets more paint. I don't know what to do, he says to his mom. I wish I could paint pictures for everyone. I just don't have time. So this is Pete. He's getting the blue and green paints. And this is his mom cooking tuna in the pan. And this is the time tick-tocking. And then this is Pete holding only blue now. Pete's mom has an idea. She tells it to Pete. Great idea, says Pete. Pete gets right to it. This time he works outside and makes a huge painting. So this is Pete. Pete, and this is his mom, and his mom is telling an idea to Pete that he can do to make paintings for everyone in the whole world. And this is Pete making a ginormous painting. And he's working outside. I see that this painting can't fit in a home. Not even in my home. Honk, honk, beep, beep. Here comes Pete. He has made one painting of Goldie for everyone in town to enjoy. So this is Pete driving with his mom with the big picture of Goldie. And this is 4 people gathering up to see the picture. and he's taking it to the Cat City Hall, I think. He's driving there. And a huge painting. What a great day! When Pete gets home, he tells the real Goldie all about it. So this is Pete. He is just telling Goldie about the day that he had, and not only the painting Goldie that he had made. He's telling the real Goldie in a fish tank.
Wow, what a nice book, Ria. I loved reading it with you. Pete is really a good artist. Did you see the final painting he painted? It was with all the rainbow colors with Goldie in the middle. I loved it. The town would have enjoyed it too. What do you think, Ria?
I think just like the paintings he painted for Pete's class, he could have, the big painting, the big rainbow painting with Goldie in the middle could have been a really big hit. And even in a big building. It's so cool.
Ria, it's always good to have a pet, and having a fish, a goldfish, it's real fun. Do you like having pets, Ria?
I love having pets, Pengy. I like to feed it sometime. I like to make it sleep sometime. I like to play with it sometime. I like to do anything to it. Yeah, you're correct. I'd love to do everything to my pet, Pengy. Thanks for watching, friend, and I hope you enjoyed this pet and art story. And bye-bye.